Hi, it's Laurie Rose. Welcome back to my channel. It's so nice to have you here. I am so excited to talk about today's video. So let's honestly just jump right in. Why is it that we see so many sequels and reboots and remakes in theaters? And why do they do so well? Usually when people complain about it a lot. You see it so often on, I'm going to talk mostly about TikTok, but TikTok, where it's like, well, why are there no original movies? Why is there like a Lilo and Stitch movie? No one goes see this. And you think back to your childhood where there was like, oh my God, all these original movies were coming out and we saw so many amazing films, and there were still sequels, but less so than there are now. And I do think there are many reasons for this, but there's one I want to talk about as kind of my reasoning, my main reasoning of why I think this is happening. And I know, I'm going to do some math with you guys. So I was looking at tickets for a AMC in Philadelphia. Let me pull that up. I'm on my phone right now. So we'll go to the AMC app. Let's say, okay, so I'm on the AMC app. And let's say I want to see Freakier Friday, the new movie that came out. So that comes out today, but I want to see it, let's say I'm in a family of 4. There's me, my partner, and 2 children. And, me and my partner, we work all weekday, so it's only the weekends we have available. We're going to do 2 time testing. So we'll do Friday night, an evening show. Let's do Philadelphia, PA. Oh, that's the fan first screening. That's why it wasn't working. Okay, let's actually do for Bad Guys 2, the sequel to Bad Guys. We're in Philadelphia, PA at an AMC. So we're going to do just regular, where are we? AMC Broad Street 7. We'll do, there's 2 times, so we'll just do the 7:30 p.m. There we go. So we're going to get 4 seats, and we need 2 adults and 2 children. We're a family. We don't go out too often. So let's get some combos. Large popcorn and 2 drinks for the adults. And then, well, my kids really want a kids pack. And they want a kids fountain drink and some Sour Patch Skittles. They could share that. We'll be reasonable. Continue to purchase. That was $105. I really actually wasn't expecting that. Okay, $105 for, granted, I got a lot of popcorn. So you know what? We will remove some of that. We do not need a kids pack. We could all share. So that's $91. I guess we won't buy popcorn. We'll bring it. We don't need to get the whole thing. Then we're at $61. Yikes. Maybe we do want a popcorn. So we'll just get a regular and we can share it, and the family of 4. We're at $73. That's a lot of money. Let's be clear. That is a lot of money. Oh, let me be fair and equitable. Bad Guys, same theater, the Broad Street 7. We'll do the 2:30 to 20% off day. 2 adult, 2 children. Just that is $51.16. So okay, a bit better, I guess. But let's think about that. To see a movie, it is between $50 and $60. That's a fair bit of money for a single activity, and not even a full day. It's an hour or 2. If you're a family of 4 and that's how you want to spend your time, you need to really think about what movie you're going to see. Okay, Bad Guys 2, but let's think about this in terms of the big conversation that was happening, especially at the beginning of summer, but I kind of want to talk about it now. Let's say you're a family of 4 and you have 2 children. They're under the age of 13 and they do love Disney. We've got 2 options in June. At school's out, what are we seeing? Well, you can either see Lilo and Stitch, a character that your children like. They've seen the movie Lilo and Stitch. You've been to Disney World and they loved the Stitch meet and greet character. They have some Stitch merch. Target sells Stitch merch. Your children like Stitch. The $50 to $60 will be worth that money because your kids are going to like the movie. Your children, they've seen ads for Elio. You even got a McDonald's kids toy for Elio, but you don't know if your kids are going to like the movie. Even with seeing the ads and, maybe they think the art style is cute, they think the characters are cute, they think maybe the plot looks cute, you don't know if they're going to like it. But you as a parent know that if you spend $50 to $60 on Lilo and Stitch, your kids are probably going to like Lilo and Stitch. They like Lilo and Stitch. It'll be a fun time. They'll be happy. If you spend $50 to $60 on Elio, they might love it, or they might not, and you'll have to leave and it'll be a whole problem. This $50 to $60 isn't taking into account popcorn and drinks. And for some families, that is the experience that they want to have. Me, as a Regal Unlimited member, I don't get popcorn often. Some days I'll go on a cheap Tuesday because I know I can get the popcorn cheaper even though I have Regal Unlimited. So I'm bringing my own soda. I don't buy soda. Also, $7 for a soda? You're charging me $7 for a fountain soda? Beside the point. I get my dollar candy from Target if I want to have candy. I bring a can of soda. I bring my water bottle. I'll sometimes bring a little bag of Smart Pop if I still want popcorn, but I don't want to spend like $10 on a popcorn. That's not how every family interacts with the movies. You know, they'll go if they have a plan to see the movie. And this is the scenario that I think is the main reason for all of these, you know, families not seeing Elio and not seeing these original films. For a whole family to go see a movie, it costs a lot of money, you know, excluding popcorn and drinks and all of that, when you can see a movie at home. And that's what a lot of people do, is maybe they saw the ads for Elio, maybe they, you know, saw the McDonald's toys for Elio. I saw a lot of Elio ads, but I'm also the target audience as someone who likes animation. A lot of families are probably just going to wait for it to go to Disney Plus. If they want to have a summer movie experience, they're going to do either Lilo and Stitch, they're going to go on one of the dollar movie days that a lot of theaters have for families. Like, if you spend all that money on a new movie that you don't know if your kids are going to like, and then they're grumpy and angry, and then you're grumpy as well because you spent all this money and your kid doesn't like it, but you're not going to be happy. When parents are looking into these ticket prices, it's not just the ticket price. It's not just the price of popcorn and drinks and candy and whatever. There's also this extra layer of cost analysis where families have to decide if their investment into seeing this movie is going to pay off for their happiness, their kids' happiness. And, you know, kids have a shorter attention span these days. They, you know, are on TikTok a lot. They have different opinions because they're seeing these reviews. Even before a movie comes out, they'll be like, well, I saw a review and they said it was bad, so I'm not going to like it. Which is kind of for any age, I'm not going to lie. But, you know, it's just safer in the eyes of a parent to take your kid to a movie that you know that they will like. And, you know the kid is going to like Lilo and Stitch or The Bad Guys 2, or we don't even talk about like Minecraft and Mario and all of that. Like, these IP-driven movies, they work for a reason. The familiarity brings the cost analysis down for these families. This isn't even just a problem with families. It is a problem across all age ranges, across all films. And the studios recognize this because there are a lot of sequels and remakes and reboots, all of these things that are not just targeted at children. You know, there's all these Jurassic Worlds, all of the Marvel movies, the DC movies. There's, you know, however many, what is it? What's the Keanu Reeves movies? Whatever his series is where he fights a lot of people. The newest one was Ballerina. The John Krasinski, the movie where you have to be silent with the alien monsters, that's getting a third one, or maybe a fourth. Is, I think there's 3 or 4. I don't remember. I don't really like those movies. But the point is, even for adults, there is this extra cost of, will I like this original movie concept? Why would I go see it if I don't know if I'm going to like it? Because it costs a lot of money. And there's only so many Tuesdays. I think AMC also have Wednesdays. But the point is, there's only so many of these discount days for how many movies there are out. I don't want to make this seem like I'm putting all the blame on the audience, because it's not. Like, I do think audience needs to have a bit of trust in these movies to go see them, to like experience. It's hard to have that trust in a movie when you're paying so much money to go to the movies. It costs a lot. If you want to see a movie in IMAX, it's like $30 to see an IMAX movie, which is crazy talk. It adds up. And there's so many movies and you can only spend so much. We've kind of lost the art of the original film in another way, of the loss of DVD sales. Streaming, you will get some original content, and I think it's really good. Like Stranger Things is a good example. There's a bunch of others that I cannot name off the top of my head. But like a TV show like Stranger Things and K-pop Demon Hunters is, I think, a really, really good current example of this. I don't know how K-pop Demon Hunters would have done if it wasn't on streaming. And streaming is hard to get onto, and it's not very profitable. It can be, but it's definitely not as much as DVDs were, where you were able to put out a lower budget content, have it in theaters for a little bit, but then make most of your sales in the DVD market. Without the DVD rental market, these movies in theaters have to do so well for them to be profitable. Like, you only have the movie theater to make your profit up. And then you're on streaming and everyone's like, well, it flopped. It doesn't matter if it was good or bad or not. If it didn't make money, it's a flop and it's a failure and it's bad. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I think Elio is something that brought this to light for a lot of people. A lot of people's opinions on Elio, I think, are wrong. You didn't get marketing because you're not the target audience. It's simple as that. Like, you're going to get marketed Toy Story 5 because you've seen all the Toy Story movies. You're an adult. Like, they'll market the sequels. They're not going to market an original Pixar movie to an adult without children. These algorithms see you. You're not going to be on Disney Channel. There's a lot of Elio ads on Disney Channel. I watched it like once with my brother and it was like every ad, there was an Elio ad. On TikTok, if you're not like, following Pixar and interacting with Pixar content and doing all these things, you're probably not going to get the ads because the algorithms for these websites are very, very high quality and they know how to target you. And they're going to target you with like Fantastic Four and Jurassic World and all of those movies. Weapons. They're not going to give you okay, I'm going to get both Weapons and Elio, but they're not going to give everyone Weapons and Elio. And I kind of just want to talk about this because it's important, in my opinion, to discuss how the movie industry is going in the theater. The theater experience has been going downhill for a while, and not just by like the movies that are coming out. I mean the people. When I saw Superman, fantastic film, by the way. I love DC. I'm a DC girl. Why was there someone in front of me on TikTok? No volume, but I could see the light on their phone. I could see their phone and they were on TikTok. And the lady next to me, like there was an open scene between us, but the lady next to me, she took a phone call. What? You took a phone call in a theater? And this is why people don't want to like go. Because it's like, they're probably going to be on their phone the whole time. Why spend money on a movie theater when you're going to be on your phone? Because your attention span is so short. You can't go 2 hours without answering your phone or going on TikTok or turning your damn phone off. Now, I know Lilo and Stitch was a bit controversial. I didn't think it was bad. I saw both Lilo and Stitch and Elio. Was Lilo and Stitch revolutionary? No. Was it as good as the original? Absolutely not. Was it a fun, silly movie? And did the kids and the audience seem to have a lot of fun with it? Yeah, they did. I thought the cast was like, okay. Some of them were great. Some of them were not so great. Interesting decisions. At the end of the day, like the kids did like it. And it was a fun movie theater experience. So was Elio. Not packed theater like Lilo and Stitch. Go see Hoppers. I don't know if it's Pixar or Disney, but it's the next Disney movie coming out in December. It looks really, really good. It looks kind of silly, kind of fun. The trailer looked funny. And yeah, I got a trailer. You're going to get ads for it in December. I will promise you. Maybe go see it. It's an original concept. It looks really funny. Anyway, thank you for listening to my little ramble about the film industry and the movie theater industry. I am just really passionate about this and I feel really bad about how much it costs to go. The movie theater experience is like really magical. And I've had just so many wonderful times in the movies, especially as a kid, seeing both original movies and like even remakes and reboots. Like, it's okay. I'm not gonna demonize reboots, sequels, remakes, prequels, whatever. Because inherently they're not bad. And I think it's really cool when we're able to expand a story. At the end of the day, the cost analysis, there is an added layer of financial stress on an original film. Yeah, thank you for watching this. I want to hear your opinion in the comments about this. I think it's such an interesting topic to discuss that does not get discussed enough. We don't really connect the issue with how much movie theaters cost and then also why these original movies flop. I just don't see it connected very often. And I think there is this massive connection between the two, especially as like the world's finances and America's finances are like spooky scary. I'm going to link my socials down in the description. I post a lot on TikTok and I've been posting more on Instagram. I don't know if you've noticed my YouTube shorts that I've been reposting. They're just my TikToks that I move over here because I wanted to have some extra content here. I'm just really happy to be able to do this. I love talking about these things and I'm not really able, like, I wouldn't say I'm the most articulate speaking. I can write very articulately. I can write in a very, articulate way. But sometimes when I talk, there's like a disconnect between my brain and my mouth and things come out funny. So to be able to edit it while also chatting is nice. And I'm sure I'll get better at it as time goes on. I hope you have a really wonderful day. If you would like, could you subscribe? I would really enjoy it. I'll have a new video every single week. I don't know what day of the week yet. We'll figure that out together. Anyway, comment what you've got to say. I would love to hear and have a good rest of your day.